So the liberation of Palestine won't come from the West. The West can't, but probably not for the reason you think. I mean, they could end the genocide tomorrow. Hell, Australia alone could end a genocide tomorrow. The Australian military dwarfs the Israelis. We could send the Navy to go land supplies on the beaches of Gaza tomorrow. And it would be totally legal, by the way. Israel does not own Gaza or have any legal right to control it in any way. They only do so because the international community lets them. We could literally send boats to the beaches of Gaza tomorrow and deliver aid, and there is nothing Israel could do to stop it. And if the Israelis fired at us, we would smoke them. We could clear the skies of Israeli fighters in a week and push Israel out entirely. Not to mention, if Israel did attack us, technically that would trigger alliances, and in theory, Israel would also be declaring war on Britain and the US and then all of NATO. But of course, none of that is going to happen, because although we have the means to stop the genocide, we don't have the will to do it. We can't. In fact, not only can we not help Palestine, we have to keep backing Israel, even against the will of the vast majority of people who overwhelmingly condemn Israel and everything they're doing. Because what is at stake in Palestine is a far, far bigger problem for Western countries than values, morality, and ethics, which of course we've already demonstrated we don't really have. No, the core issue, the real issue, is a question of legitimacy and the right of nations to exist. Israel knows it doesn't have that. It never did. That is why it is going full genocide now. It knows the only chance it has is to kill everyone in Palestine and take the land unopposed. Because so long as a single Palestinian lives, Israel is an illegitimate colony, legally speaking. And that is why the other Western colonial nations have to back Israel. Because if Israel loses and Palestinian sovereignty is recognized, well, that sets a huge and very dangerous legal precedent for all the colonial countries. If Israel is illegitimate, then by the exact same logic and argument, so is Australia, so is New Zealand, and so is the United States of America. So if there is any silver lining to be had from all the horror we've watched over the past 20 months, maybe it's the fact that that line has already been crossed. Israel will never be legitimate. And the land back movement globally has won a huge victory, even if we don't see it yet. Because an immutable truth has emerged from Israel's genocidal war, and that is you can't bomb your way to legitimacy. There is no amount of killing you can do that will ever make you right. And if that is true for Palestinian sovereignty, then it is also true for every indigenous person globally living under occupation. Palestine will be free, no matter how many people Israel murders. And eventually all the Zionists will flee back to their original countries. And when that day comes, we will also know that the days of every settler colonial country are numbered. And here, in the heart of colonial society, we are rapidly approaching the point where that conversation can no longer be ignored or denied. Anyway, something to think about.